And believe me, I'm a married man. I can be vicious. Are you going to tap on that little box in your lap the whole time?
No.
Oh, wait, that was rather rude. Good day, Princess. I see you came back and you smiled that time. That was very nice. For a little while, the Princess was really cross with me. She didn't like my misogynistic comedy.
Aww.
But I'm going to do it now anyway.
Go ahead.
I will. People come to my show for the comedy, but they stay for the misogyny and xenophobia. Oh, but they're really here. What are we here for, friends? We're here for a witch trial, aye?
Hi.
Now, when the time comes, we're going to need to have 5 loud, lusty voices from the audience accuse the bride of Satan. Now, we don't just yell out, because that's what bad boys do. Viz. I will instead give out these 5 cards, and you will read what is on there to accuse the bride of Satan. She'll try to deny it, and then we'll burn her anyway. So who have we got out here who might be a loud, lusty voice who could accuse the bride of Satan when the time comes? Oh, you raised your hand. How nice. Yes, this is an important life lesson for some of you. We never, ever at my show volunteer someone else. That's called bullying.
Oh.
Friends, you arrived just in time. I've been vamping as hard as I could. You've come for the witch trial, have you? Why on earth not? There's only one group of people who doesn't like the witch trial. Do you know who they are? No, not the witches. No, witches tend to be quite smart. It's the pagan fundamentalists.
No.
They're a shower of bastards. They wear interesting jewelry, but they say, "Ooh, your show is offensive." I say, "Have you seen it?" They say, "Oh, I don't need to see a show to know it's offensive." Oh, I'm a hypocrite. Friends, don't wander past. We're about to start a witch trial. We're going to burn a woman to death for you. All right, so who can we get to accuse the bride of Satan? Need some loud voices out here. Who can we get? Ah, there's one over here. You can be loud?
Yes, I can.
All right, good for you. There's one for you, my love. Now, if you're going to be standing through the show, I need to be sure you're going to stick around till the end, because I've had people walk away with these, and then I don't have them to use anymore. You promise to stay?
I pinky promise.
Pinky promise. Oh, how juvenile. Well done. I'll give you the juvenile one there. All right, who else can accuse the bride of Satan? Anyone over stage left accuse? Anyone over stage left? Surely someone. Ah, all right, I get to use my favorite off-color line. Make a hole, make a hole. Like we say at the brothel, make a hole. There will be the odd reference like that, friends, but don't panic. If your children understood that reference, they came knowing the words. Don't worry, dear, it's just a stage you're going through. It's not good comedy, but there'll be more of it. We have 2 more, and at least one gentleman to be our closer. You would be one, my dear? Thank you. You're not a gentleman, Doc. I won't give you that one then. You, sir, you can be loud. I don't know what was wrong with that response, but it was something rather severe. Let's try again, shall we? My lord, you can be loud?
I've been told I can be loud.
I mean, really, people, what are we meant to think about this simpleton? We will go for the comedy third and see if he picks up on the room and answers the way he should. My lord, can you be loud?
Yes, I can.
Oh, let's give him some praise. Don't show it to anyone, you're our closer. But I did promise a trick of juggling before we started, and so I shall deliver. A lot of people see people pick up juggling rings like this and they think, oh good, he's going to throw them up in the air. He might take one and toss it over top. I'm not going to do that. What I do are religious and historical impersonations. Ready? Say aye.
Aye.
Saint Thomas Aquinas. Saint Joan of Arc. Had she lived to 60.
Aww.
Hang on. Dear lady, I'm sorry to annoy you about this, but these are visual jokes. If you're tapping on that little box, you're not going to enjoy the show, and then you leave and so someone says to you, what did you think of the witch trial? And you'll say, oh, didn't care for it much at all. But you weren't sodding watching, were you? No. Everyone, thumb up, insert, turn, flick. I noticed that my Lord Guzzle over here was not helping with the thumb button. That's all right. You've got a skill set of guzzling, you've got to stick with it. So where were we? We were at, oh yes, Joan of Arc. Had she lived to 60? And we know she did not live to 60. Why? She was the first
burned.
French fry. That's clever and funny, you see, because they burnt her as a witch. Wow, it's like Mount Rushmore over here. Jefferson, Washington, and eventually 45 if he gets his way. No, let's hope not, shall we? All right, quick crowd gather. Look, the intellectuals. You can come join them. No one will notice if you worm in amongst them. It's all right, it's all right. You'll know exactly what to do when I pull out this trick.
Yes.
I
Oh.
love this crowd. You're so easily led. It's like working in Germany. It's wonderful. Oh, you like the ethnic jokes? I had no idea. I can do those instead of the show. Last night I went to a German restaurant. An hour later I was hungry for power. Irish joke, Irish joke. Now, you want an easy Irish joke or one that makes you think?
Makes you think.
Makes you think? All right. Your line is, no, Ned, tell us. Let's rehearse.
No, Ned, tell us.
Have you heard about the Irish boomerang?
No, Ned, tell us.
You can throw the Irish boomerang. It won't return, but it'll sing sad songs about why it comes.
Aww.
Now, as an actor of tragedies, one of the plays I take part in is by William Shakespeare, The Fraud of Avon. That play takes place in Scotland and is called...
Make that.
Wow, that's really weird. As the owner of 3 brothels, I'm used to people being premature, but not the women. But Our Lady Tongue here is correct. It is, in fact, the play known by Mackers to the theatre. Maybe those who know can help those who do not. We do not say the name of Macbeth while standing on the stage because the play is what?
Cursed.
Thank you for the help with the setup. Here comes the trick. Just have to remove the wedding ring. Find some place appropriate to put it. Oh, perfect. I've done the wedding ring down the chamber pot gag for years. When I finally got married, it actually got funny. And now that the divorce is final, it's hilarious.
Aww.
Thank you for the sympathy. All right, so we're going to practice building into a vicious, mean-spirited, ugly mob. Notice how the far right went to the growl first. All right, so, my lords and ladies, I ask you, is it dangerous enough?
No.
Now, I know it's a hot day, but we can be viciouser and nastier than that. Let's try and be as cruel as we can. My lords and ladies, I ask you, is it dangerous enough?
No.
All right then, Macbeth.
Oh.
I know, I used to do that trick without the setup, but people stared at me like a dog being shown a card trick. Oh, thank you. That's a good final laugh there. Oh, I get it. Actually, I stole that line from someone else. But whenever I steal a line from someone else, I'll always tell you I stole it. And why will I tell you? Because I'm not Dennis Leary. That was a good knowing laugh right there, sir. It's all right if you don't get 1 or 2 of the jokes, friends. If that man laughs or someone else laughs, just laugh along with them and they will pretend you got it. All right, at the end of the show, I do have a dangerous and stupid trick for you. This will impress, I hope.
Scary looking knife.
One last crowd gather with the giant horn of comedy and a bit of shouting. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to toot the giant horn of comedy. You lot throw some limbs up in the air, wave them around, and make a bit of noise. I know it seems stupid, and it is, but it's in our contracts. We have to do something completely asinine at least once during the show. So I'm going to bring out the giant horn of comedy. You lot, let's practice. Throw some limbs up in the air, wave them around quietly.
Doesn't matter which
Not you,
limbs.
sir, not you, sir. Don't do nothing. You were doing wonderfully, doing nothing. And just to remind those of you in the crowd, if you yell out unbidden, that may ruin a punchline, and that's no good. So please don't yell out unbidden. It might ruin a punchline, and that's no good. So, let's practice. Hands ready. Wave them around. Make some noise.
Ah!
This time, the giant horn of comedy. Yes, opposites are funny. For example, I loved my wife. I love it when ladies laugh at that, like, haha, that's terrible. It's kind of a mixed message, really. All right, so I'm going to toot the horn. You lot wave some limbs around and make some noise. Ladies wearing skirts, it doesn't have to be upper limbs, just saying. Here we go. And I promise you, friends, that's the last insipid thing I'll ask you to do the whole show. But now we do a bit of shouty shout. Everyone point your faces back there and give me a, hey, you!
Hey, you!
This way!
This way!
We're gonna burn an innocent woman to death to glorify an all-loving God!
We're gonna burn an innocent woman to death to glorify an all-loving God!
That's irony!
That's irony!
Some of you won't get irony!
Some of you won't get irony!
This way now. You'll think it's like Goldie or Bronzy, but less expensive.
You'll think it's like Goldie and Bronzy, but less expensive.
Oh, you got through the whole line. Usually people break down in laughter. Well done, you. Well done, you. Look at these two freakish oddballs back here that can't decide to sit down. Come join the witch trial. We're making a vicious, mean-spirited mob. Note you the goggles. That's what they call steampunk. You know, there are conventions for you people. All right, now I did promise a witch trial and a bear baiting. How many of you have no idea what a bear baiting is? You're in for a rude shock. When we do a bear baiting, what we need from the audience is a massive, frightening, hairy, scary bear. Luckily, sometimes there's a gent stage right. Sometimes the gent stage right has been chuckling along and enjoying the show right up until the very moment that I say, that man there. But sometime, if we are fortunate in the extreme, and everyone, and I do mean everyone, bangs their hands together for him, he might be coaxed into joining us. Let us watch his every pair of hands. It's all right. That man there with the bee on his hat, he thinks he's at a golf match, but he'll realize how good you are soon. Right this way, sir. This man who joins us on... Oh, you could have used the stairs. Well done, you. He stands stage left. He is Harry Hunks, the Bear of Warwick. Bit farther left, if you would, Harry. The people love Harry, and they call out in one voice, "Huzzah for Harry!"
Huzzah for Harry!
Harry's left paw is strapped to a post. His right paw flails through the air, and he growls horribly. And the crowd cheer.
Woo!
Harry, you may relax. We now have to find the animals we throw in the pit with you. Some wild, starving, rabid, savage dogs. Any children here today? Oh, you would be a dog? Come right up, my dear. Come right up. You can be a dog. Who else can be a dog for me? My dear, you want to be a dog? Hold on. Look at the man behind her. Holding her up like an angler holds a fish. No, hang on, dear, hang on. Look, I want everyone to observe this body behavior. Young lady, don't hide. Look at me. Dear. Truly. Look at me. Your elder sister there is wrong and bad. You are not, listen, look at me, dear. You are not going to be forced to come on stage. It will not happen. You don't need to hide anymore, you cloth-eared dolt. My dear, you stand here. There was another I thought I saw. Another hand was raised. No, you don't volunteer others, dear. We just dealt with this. Oh, blonde. Some people don't like that joke. For those people, I say this. There's a different joke. A woman walking along with her blonde husband. She said, "Look, darling, a dead duck." He said, "Where?" See, that joke is funny because the victim was a boy. Which means all the people who hated the first joke are hypocrites. Princess, you're going to be a dog for me? Excellent. You join me right here next to this very ferocious-looking feline dog. All right, dogs, face the crowd. Is there not one more? Not one more? All right. So, dogs. Hands and knees like dogs. Down. Dogs, give the crowd your best. Woof, woof. Very nice. Wait, is the stage really hot?
Yes, it is.
You tell you what, stand up again. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I do apologize. Try this. Just crouch over like this. But still face the crowd, chin up, and give the crowd your best. Woof, woof. Now, grrr. And scratch a flea. Somebody write that down. That was improv. I've never done that before. We need to put that in the show every time. All right, dogs, keep crouching over. Dogs, here's what's going to happen. Harry will growl. After he growls, you say woof, woof. Then after they say woof, woof, the crowd begins to chant kill. Kill. Yeah, well done. Yesterday they didn't know this was a universally accepted sign for stop. All right, so one more time. Kill. Doggies, crouch over farther. Don't be taller than her, you needy little thing. Dogs, when they start yelling kill, that's when you pretend to attack Harry. The operative word here is pretend. A couple of years ago, one of the little rat bastards tackled my Harry. That's not happening to this fine fellow, no sirree Bob. All right, dogs, face the crowd so they can see your lovely visages. Are the crowd ready for some blood sport? Give me an eye.
Aye.
Last bit of advice, dogs, don't actually bite the man you don't know where he's been. His hind paws firmly on the ground, because if you wander around, you might crush one of our little female dogs. Best part about that joke, you did the naughty work. And as for type of dog, I think here we have a Chihuahua and a Poodle. Very well dressed.
Am I the Chihuahua?
I thought you were.
Okay.
Do you have a preferred dog? You could be a little Shih Tzu. Again, you're the naughty one. Someone should be writing all of this down. We're improving like bandits up here in the heat. All right, crowd, let's have some blood sport, Harry. Harry's left paw's up, his right paw flails, he growls worse than ever before. The dogs face the crowd and say, woof, woof. The crowd kill.
Kill, kill, kill.
Harry reaches out his unchained right paw and rakes the lead dog across the head. The lead dog faces the crowd. That's you, dear. Face the crowd. She yowls in pain. She flops around on stage, using her clothes to block her from the scalding stage. Lie down, dear. If you don't do what I tell you, I send you to live with Michael Vick. That joke is never going to get old. Finally, the little dog dies. Divorce. Oh no, this is not a PETA meeting. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Harry turns to the remaining dog and growls worse. The little dog faces the crowd and cries, yipe, yipe. That's what she says. She says, yipe, yipe. And she runs back to her parents. She goes back to different parents. I don't care. The little dog that died holds that hand. Harry holds this hand. And every person in the crowd knows their job. Hold on. Dear, would you please put that away? This is not knitting time. This is applause time. Please put that down. Put it down. And applaud for the child, damn it. You may go. Would anyone who's standing like a seat? This is not being used by an audience member. Dear, don't laugh like I'm joking. I'm totally serious. You're using up and you're occasionally glancing. That's not watching. This is why no one loves her. That's so cute. You laugh like I'm kidding, but no, I'm not. It's very important to me. You see, it's very important to me that people show respect to my actors on stage. And this is as disrespectful as this, or this, or this, or... And she's still sitting there. If you could hear her, you'd laugh. She's still sitting there going, How many people out there really think I'm joking? Nope. But let's try to keep going. Let's try to find ourselves a witch, friends, and maybe if the witch is really good, this jackanapes will actually pay attention. Let's find from the audience a woman who is volunteering herself. So don't point at your friends, sir. I saw that motion before. That's what happens. I carry this sign around with me all day. It's kind of a jackass detector. Men pass by and they point at their women. And I have to say, no, sir, it's a W. And then she hits him. Which is very gratifying. So I only take people who volunteer themselves. Now, you were in the show before, you greedy little diva. I need to find a woman who's bold, a woman who's brave, and a woman with a real mouth on her. Oh, I suspect I spy with my little eye one over here. My dear, can you be... Hold on, dear, I haven't chosen you. Dear, I haven't chosen you yet. I haven't chosen you yet. I have to make sure you're... Shut your face! We've got one aberrant, useless force at the show already. We don't need more of them.
That's my mother.
That's your mother? I was going to say I would feel terribly sorry for you, but clearly if this was your mom, you learned better behavior from other people. My dear, can you be loud?
I can.
Can you be creative?
I can.
Oh, we have faith that you can, and how do you know we have faith? We're going to burn a woman to death for God. As the witch comes to the stage, the crowd greets her with cries of horror. And yet, at the same time, thunderous, supportive, welcoming, loving applause. Dear, for the last time, I'm going to say to you this. When there are people on stage and I ask for them to be applauded for, if you could stop what you are doing and actually Everyone, thumb up! Both barrels! In, turn, flip! Pay no attention to her from now on. I will also ignore her. And remember, ignore is the root word of ignorant. Witch, what is your name?
Emily.
The Dread Witch Emily. Not really the witchiest name I've ever had. In my time, I've done in several. Endora, Tabitha, Samantha, Uncle Arthur. That was an ugly woman. Agatha, yes, that would be a good one. A couple of weeks ago, I did in Granny Weatherwax and Nanny Og. A couple of you got that reference, nice. We're going to change your name to something topical.
Okay.
I give you, friends, the Dread Witch Irma. Have a seat just there on the prop box, Irma. Now, friends, as you know, witches such as Irma cannot speak the Lord's Prayer without a mistake. Oh, sorry, dear, I held the shore for you as long as I could. We've got a seat for you here in the glaring sun, just like everyone else. I'm going to use that line again, because really, what is a witch trial unless someone's roasting? This is the Dread Witch Irma. This is our vicious, mean-spirited, ugly mob. Here is stage left, that's stage center, that's stage right, and that's stage alt-right. Whenever we behave like a complete shower of bastards, they're always going to have the hatred right and ready. This is the Dread Witch Irma. We're going to prove that she's a witch, starting with the Lord's Prayer. All wet people know witches cannot speak the Lord's Prayer, so if you can, dear, nice and loud, the Our Father. Hesitation, proof of guilt. Yes, I know it's a rigged trial. If I say proof of guilt, the crowd points with one finger and says, aha. Let's rehearse. Finger at the ready. Proof of guilt. Aha. Nicely done, nicely done. With the left hand, proof of guilt. Aha. Both barrels, proof of guilt. Aha. Love this crowd. Well, 99.9% of you anyway. We're going to give her a second chance. Which? The Our Father.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Faster.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Faster.
On earth as it is in heaven.
Faster.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Faster.
and forgive us our trespasses,
Faster.
as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us not from evil, for thou is the kingdom.
I thought she was going to do it. I thought she was going to do it, but she put in an extra knot. On cue, sir. Finger at the ready. Standing people, finger at the ready. Proof of guilt. That's all right, dear. Very few have ever gotten through it. We'll move to something less cerebral for you. As you know, friends, witches such as Irma have a spot on their body that feels no pain whatsoever. I will, therefore, stab the witch all over her body. When she fails to yell out in agony, we'll know she's a bride of Satan, and that will be proof of guilt. But I won't stab her with this, because that would be silly. It is, however, a chance to actually use this in the show, and thus get some product placement. Let's all go and buy a sword. Let's all go and buy a sword. So, I will, therefore, stab the witch all over her body, and when she fails to yell out, we'll know she's a bride of Beelzebub. Let's rehearse. Give us your best scream of pain. Not bad. We'll start off on the right-hand side. On three. 1, 2, 3, go! Don't be her.
Okay, so
Be the big loud, be helpful,
Scream,
be
okay.
useful, be
Scream.
of something other than a lump on a bog. All right, here we go. Nice. The first time I ever did it, when I faked her out the first time, when I made contact, the witch a couple of weeks ago said, "Is it in?" And I kind of wanted to stop the show right there because nothing else I had to offer was going to be that funny. One to the lower back with a big, long, protracted and massive scream. And melodic as well. Have you always been a screamer? I only ask because I own 3 brothels. No, really, it's easy work. You just lie still and think of England.
I can do that.
Laughing at pain, proof of guilt. By the way, friends, I was lying about the brothels. They're all closed today. There's a big sign over the brothel saying, "We're closed. Beat it." That's a way funnier line than your reaction would have shown. But I know it's a hot day. Friends, let's move to our accusations. Out there in the crowd, someone has accusation number 1. Who has accusation number 1? Is it you, my friend? You have number 1? Show me the card. Yeah, you don't have accusation number 1, do you? You have number 1? Does it say 1? Good, you stand up, my dear. Actually, if you wouldn't mind leaping up and down a little while, that'd be marvelous. Thank you so much. All right, face the crowd, and tell them all what you know about her.
She's got a mole.
Everyone, ew!
Ew.
Nicely done. Hold on to that, and when I pass the hat later, just put it in the hat. Wrapped in a 5. All right, that was our first accusation. Which? Your first chance to deny creatively. Do you or do you not have a mole? Yes or no?
No.
Boring denial, proof of guilt.
Aha.
Now come on, people in the back. Like we say at the brothel, better with the finger. Proof of guilt.
Aha.
Accusation 2. Where are you, number 2? You're out there somewhere. My lady, tell us all what you know.
She gave me the evil eye. Woe is me.
Notice the instinctive acting ability of that one. She puts both hands up. Everyone, both hands up and give us a woe is her.
Woe is her.
Did you give that creature the evil eye?
I did not.
Lengthier but still boring denial. Proof of guilt.
Aha.
She'll get funnier, I promise. Accusation 3. Where are you, number 3? It's out there somewhere. Yes, my friend.
She talks to her cat. I've heard her say to it, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Everyone, hands to face and oh my great good God.
Oh my great good God.
Do you talk to your cat, Witch Irma?
I don't have a cat.
One for the witch. Accusation 4, I think, is over here. Yes, my friend, tell us all.
She gave me an awful bout of the wind, so she did.
Well, that explains why no one's sitting directly behind you. Did you give that radiant creature the great clouds of windy puff from her backside, or can you think of anything else that would make her fart profoundly?
I did not recall.
You cannot think of anything else that would give her the wind.
I did not.
I believe you that you did not. Can you blame it on anything that she might have, I don't know, eaten?
Beans.
The beans! One for the witch. Thought we'd never get there. Hopefully act number 5 is going to take us home. My lord, stand you up and use your best voice. Not your first 2 voices, but the last one.
I've seen her and her friends dancing under the full moon naked as day. They were born naked as the day they were born. I can't read.
He's had the thing for half a sodding hour and he can't get the lines in. But nonetheless, he did a nice voice for us. A bit of praise for the man. Actually, you know what? I heard about him. He was the one at the edge of the clearing holding back a branch. With one hand, anyway.
You were close.
Witchy poo, do you dance naked on the full moon? If not, why the devil not?
It wasn't a full moon last night.
One for the witch. She's on this like stink on a Frenchman. Like an Irishman on free alcohol. Like a Scotsman on anything free. Like a Welshman on something that's not free but he still wants. Friends, obviously she's a witch. What shall we do with her?
Burn her.
There are other options, you know. We could hang her.
Burn her.
Oh,
Drown her.
we could drown her.
Yeah.
No, not today. Drowning today would be kind of a mercy, really.
Yeah.
So no drowning, no hanging. Oh, we could press the witch. I'm going to try pressing the witch. Pressing the witch. You'll like this one. Here we go. You're now in the Royal Navy.
Oh.
The latecomer gets the maritime joke. Well done, dear. You were on that like a thing stereotypically associated with another thing. I did all those other ones, so I could do that one. So no pressing, no drowning, no hanging. Oh, we could stone the witch. No, of course not. Anyone who went to college knows you can't kill somebody by getting them. What do we do to get rid of a witch, everyone?
Burn her.
I know it's a warm day, but I think you can come up with a little more bloodlust than that. What do we do with a witch?
Burn her.
I'm with you, friends. Let's light her up, shall we? Now, witchy, we, the vicious mob, are going to send you where you belong. Back to the devil. Back to perdition. Back to... Oh, hell. Apparently, the good Lord doesn't want us burning innocent women for no good reason. I can tell some of you are saddened by this. To those people, I have only this to say. Go home and examine your value system. In the meantime, for this radiantly lovely and eventually creative woman, a round of highly deserved applause. Now, before I pass the hat, friends, and I will be going back there to do it, I would like to do one last trick for you. This is a dangerous trick. It is a stupid trick, and I'm going to do it right here. That was just a callback. That was just a callback. You know, there are times you just want to lash out, and so I do. Do not try this trick at home. If you try this at home and you mess up, you could end up with stigmata. Ah, there are some Catholics. Good. I was raised Catholic, but I'm all better now. Well, technically, I'm still in recovery. I'm part of an anonymous 12-station program. Yep, only the papists get that one. They're also the only ones who get it when I say, where did I put my St. Anthony medal? Now, at the show's conclusion, when I go back there with my receptacle, I don't pass a hat, because I want even the hat pass to be interesting to you. If you're able to put in a couple of bucks, that's great. If you're going to use jokes of my own, like that St. Anthony joke, that's a 5 spot. If you'd like to purchase a sword, they are 10 or 2 for 15. Just saying. But for now, the dangerous trick. If you would like to count along with me, I'd be grateful. Once, twice, thrice. Now, if the knife looks like it's getting bigger all of a sudden, pull her in front of you. That way there's no loss of innocent life. So, drum roll if you please. No, not you, dear. No, not you. You were helpful. You were helpful. Shut down. Sit down. I don't go to your job and disrupt things by warning sailors away from your corner. I love that line a whole lot. All right, here we go. Once,
twice, thrice.
My lords, my ladies, and that, I would like to thank 99.9% of you for coming to the show. As I said, I do not pass a hat. I want even the begging for cash part to be something that entertains. So I give to you now a reveal.
No!
If you like the show, I ask that you put something in the kitty. Like I said earlier, if you throw in a couple of bucks, that's great. If you're going to use one of my jokes, that's a $5. If you'd like to do a come bite at someone, that's for free. And if you put in a $20 bill, you can feel the love tonight. My lords and ladies, I'd like to thank so many of you for coming. Do come back to a show later on. One more round for Harry, the dogs, and our witch.